We're gonna see if Netflix can chill. So we're making a little bit of pasta and meatballs tonight. I have a bunch of frozen meatballs that I had de-thawed yesterday. And I have 2 of these bricks of ramen noodles. This is gonna make for 2 meals. These are gluten-free. They're made of brown rice and millet. So they only take 3 minutes to cook. So now that the water's boiling, I'm literally just gonna put them in like this. Carefully pull it up to kind of separate it. Let me tell you, this was quite a long ride in here, and honestly, I'm a little concerned that I'm gonna have enough gas to get back out. But good thing I do have AAA, even though this is kind of off-road, but not really. It's like the Cedar Point Bluff scenic road access. So I don't know. Strainer that I have is just a collapsible strainer. Put a little bit of olive oil down here. We're just going to kind of heat up the meat. Dump the sauce in, let it heat up. Dump this in. Put it all together. Sprinkle some, I hate this cheese. I like real Romano cheese, but we're going to use this for now. Now here's the true thing. Can we get Grey's Anatomy? And I can't open the door. There's too many bugs. We're going to see if Netflix can chill out here in the Cedar Bluff. Okay. So excited. This is the one where the car runs into the bar where all the interns are at. Season 16, episode 10. Bailey just had her miscarriage. Just catching you guys up.
Go straight to the front of the line. Okay, Altman, take Parker. Move,
so good.
Move.
And didn't take that long to cook. That's what I love about these ramens.
Okay, see if Altman needs help.
This is my pet head. I have some iced coffee that I brought with me, and I think I'm going to make myself an iced coffee today instead of brewing regular. I can't even talk this morning. Brewing regular coffee. I was very disappointed last night because I thought I was going to be able to see the Aurora Borealis, and I checked a couple of times and then I kind of gave up. And there was a few trucks that I heard come in, and then they turned around and left. So I don't know if they saw that because I was there, they decided to leave. They weren't going to hang out. So I didn't get hassled by anybody. And the other issue we have is battery. Since it's not sunny out, my battery is at 53%. Oops. And this is unplugged. Now that I'm talking about it, I can shoot. I can't start my car because I only have enough gas to get to the gas station. That's the other thing. I can't around. When I leave here, it's going to be, let's go get gas, get to our next destination because it is raining out. The little battery here, if you want to believe what it says, is at 47%. So I'm keeping that off. I'm going to try as much today to not be on the phones. I'm going to try to see if I can harness any of the sunshine in this rain. I don't think that's going to happen. And try to make a game plan. I'm going to get off this phone and then get all my power banks up and start charging everything with a power bank. Guys, here's an update for you. I stayed one night and then all of the next day. What do I got on my nose? Chocolate. Hang on. Chocolate from my chocolate mushroom. I'm leaving the place where I was at the Scenic Outlook. Here's the thing. I only have a quarter tank of gas. The nearest gas station is 24 miles away. Fingers crossed that I actually get there before I run out of gas. I knew I should have gassed up, but honestly, there wasn't a lot of gas stations around here. There's a lot of miles on these dirt roads. Let me just show you what we're dealing with. So it's about 10 of 8. And I wanted to kind of get out of this whole area before it got dark. Once I get gas, then I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the night. There's a place I want to see that's actually backtracking. I'm going north to get gas because that's the closest place to get gas. It's 24 hours. The idea is to try to find some place around where I'm getting gas to kind of just park up for the night. And then I'll head up early in the morning. I'm going to try to bang out a couple of spots that look really awesome. And I'm looking forward to checking out. tomorrow. Oh, I hated this nasty road. This hill was a bear to get up, but I don't necessarily have a problem going down this big hill. Oh, the other thing that's confusing is that these roads are like, this is called 290th Ave. The road we're coming up to here at the end is called AA Road, like big A, little a road. They're all labeled like this. It's weird how they have these all labeled. And I don't know if you can see in the distance, but there's all these windmills, the power windmills or whatever. Oh, I could look at them all day. spinning around. It is getting a little bit windy, and that's why I kind of want it to be someplace that's a little bit more localized. If I park up, there's a Walmart, but I want to see how far the Walmart is away from the place that I want to go to. But literally, if you zoom in on Google Maps, like, look at this road. There is literally farm fields on both sides of these roads, and every once in a while you'll see a posse of cows gathered together, or I have no idea what they were growing. Maybe corn. This guy, I can't believe this guy is going to pass me on this fucking road. Yeah. These people were at the Scenic Outlook with me. They were actually pretty rude too. And I'm literally going 30 miles an hour, and I don't even honestly feel comfortable going 30 miles an hour down this road. We're going to finish up this ride. I guess I'll pop back in either when I get gas or when I run out of gas. How about that? Well, the good news is we made it on 283, straight road, 6.8 miles to go, but there is a storm in the distance. It's like I'm driving towards the storm. I feel like I'm a storm chaser. Don't know if I like the look of those clouds. I gotta get gas, and then we'll have to worry about what this storm is doing. I haven't gotten any notifications, but look at this cloud. Definitely be keeping an eye on that. Maybe it's further up than where I have to go. I did not really want to be driving into a storm. I saw that. It's a lot darker out than what my phone is picking up. News is I made it to the gas station. Better news is there are McDonald's here. Right now I'm going to get gas quick. It is raining. It is storming. Let me show you the clouds. Yeah, it's storming pretty bad. So we're going to ask to see if I can just park here for the night. Okay, we got an update. Update. The bad news is the McDonald's is closed, but I did grab a soda for now. The good news is I asked the guy, look, do you mind if I stay the night? God, I hope I parked right. I'm always paranoid that I'm going to start leaking up there. I asked him if I could stay the night here, and he said, not a problem at all. But I'll be leaving like first thing in the morning. He goes, oh, they don't mind. They just don't like people hanging around all day, like staying for like 2 nights. Now, I did park and take up 2 spots, but that's because all of the parking spots that I felt were out of the way were on a slant. So the way this is, at least I'm slightly on an angle, and I'm just hoping that I'm not leaking up there. There's no alerts coming up, so that's a good thing. Usually when I turn this on, if there's a big alert like a warning or a severe warning or whatever, man, there is a lot of lightning out there, that's for sure. I'm guessing it's going to be another hour, maybe 45 minutes, and then it'll let up. Yeah, so the update is it's been a lot longer than an hour, or an hour 45. It's still raining out. Not raining as hard, but it is still raining out. I was kind of hoping to stay up. I'm getting real tired now, but I was hoping to stay up until it let up so I could let the dog go outside. Duder does not like to go outside in the rain to go to the bathroom. He did go before we left, so he should be okay. And he's not begging or anything like that. He's literally just sleeping here next to me. Maybe I'll just get up in my bed, get cozy, and if I hear it stop raining, then I'll just take him out. Even if it's in the middle of the night. This is a 24-hour travel stop, and they actually have showers in there. I don't really want to pay $12 for a shower. And I started making a list of stuff to get at the grocery store. You probably can't see it because I did it in pencil. And it's out so that when I think of more things, I can either put it on my phone tonight, like if I'm up in the bed or when I get up in the morning, then I can write it down. But I think I'm going to crawl up into bed now with Duders and just relax. I don't know. I don't feel like watching any more shows. I'm going to just go to sleep. Got to take my medicine first, though. So I'll check with you guys probably in the morning. Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to check in to let you guys know what happened today because, oh my, and why nothing really got recorded. Hang on a minute, I gotta put my phone down. I woke up in the morning from that truck stop that let me stay over 24 hours, and I have to tell you, it was probably one of the worst night's sleep I ever got because I didn't realize how I backed in to the two spots. So like the spots are this way, and I pulled in like this because that was like the flattest part of the parking lot because the spots were all kind of on a slant. Where I backed up, I didn't realize it, but like there was this open kind of like a dirt parking lot, and I didn't look very closely at all. There was nothing in there. That's where trucks come, and that's where trucks park, and they have their generators running all night. If you're not familiar with this, when you're traveling, be wary if you see these big trucks because odds are they are going to run their generator all night. So that was nice to listen to. Plus, there was a huge light over my head and it was beaming through a little bit more than usual, I guess. Oh, because I had this, it stopped raining finally and I opened up the vent so I could get some air circulating. This morning I woke up and I was so excited. I got ready. Everything was all packed and ready to go. And I get in my car and we start heading out, Duders and I, heading down the Kansas roads to go to this Castle Rock Badlands and the Castle Rock tourist attraction. And also I was going to go to Little Jerusalem, which is also like a Badlands place. For those of you who aren't familiar with Kansas, and I'm by no means an expert at all, I just want to say what I have learned. There are these really cool places to see in Kansas, these big mountainous, they're made of limestone, and they came from this huge, they call it like the Western Sea that used to cover North America, and it split the United States in two, and basically Texas was totally covered in the sea, and this whole area here through Kansas was also covered in the sea. That's how these monuments, little teeny mountainous areas came to be formed, was through this erosion of this sea and how it just disappears, and now boom, we have Texas, boom, we have Oklahoma, boom, we have Kansas. In Kansas, I'm going to put up a map here so you can see it, but in Kansas, we have basically rectangle state. Across the top, you have Route 70. And I believe towards the bottom, there's another route that kind of goes through. In the middle of Kansas, basically there is only farmland and farm roads, aka dirt roads. From where I was located last night to the drive today to get to this Castle Rock blah, blah, blah. It was supposed to be a 30-minute drive. And as soon as I go down this one road, you make a turn, you're on the farm roads. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. I've been down the farm roads before. It's going to the reservoir that I was at 2 days before. No big deal. I was talking to my friend Marion, who you guys have seen in some of my past vlogs, and I'm going to be meeting up with her soon. And as I'm talking to her, we're talking and chit-chatting, and I was like, by the way, if something happens to me on this dirt road, would AAA come and help me on this road? Because this is the only way to get to certain areas of Kansas are through these roads. Now, there are certain roads that aren't on Google, but the ones that Google was sending me to get to this Castle Rock, and they have names, like they have like Route A and Road B and 280 Avenue, all these weird names. I start driving down this road and all of a sudden my tires just start spinning. Now, it did rain quite a bit last night. Didn't think about that. That was a my bad. But the roads did look fairly, from the surface, they did look fairly packed down. Certain areas they weren't. My ESC button kept on flashing, and I started to freak out, and I said, I'm getting stuck. And as I can kind of look out my side mirror, I can see it's just like digging this drench, and I thought I was going to get stuck, and I said, Marion, I'm getting stuck. I was like revisiting my getting stuck in the Arizona desert again. I've almost gotten stuck. There's random, like, huge shits in the middle of the road. I don't know what kind of animal it is. Oh my God, I don't know if I can get through this or not. Oh, please don't get stuck. 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 I don't know what to do, guys. Please don't get stuck. Please don't get stuck. It's so sandy. Please don't get stuck. Please don't get stuck. I don't know what to do. The difference is I have good tires, but I do not have the positive traction. I don't have 4x4. My wheels spin, and the only thing that I had going for me was the fact that I was brought up in upstate New York, and I am very comfortable with driving on slushy, slippery snow. And that is exactly what this sand felt like to me. So I just kept on kind of trying to move the front tires a little bit and giving it some gas, and just kept on. I didn't want to stop. And I finally got out of that one area. And as soon as it took me down the other street, when are these dirt roads going to end? It didn't end. It was about 45 minutes in when I finally got to the spot where it said, "You have arrived." And I looked to my left, and all as I saw were these 6 barrels. I was on the back side of this beautiful tourist attraction. I couldn't even see it. I couldn't even enjoy it. I was so mad. I was more concerned with how the hell am I going to get out of here without having to go through all the roads that I almost got stuck on. Because believe me, those roads were up and down and up and down, and you trying to go up a road that you're afraid you're going to get stuck on, you're speeding, you're slipping and sliding. I'm speeding going uphill so I wouldn't stop. It was pretty sketchy for a while. I was convening, I was talking with Marion on the phone, and we were looking through the maps. We were trying to see which roads were dirt roads and when did the concrete roads start again. And we figured out that whole middle section of farmland up to where that reservoir is, it is literally all dirt roads. I just don't get it. Like, to get to these places, there is not a lot of... I did do a deep dive into the TripAdvisor reviews to some of these locations, and there was only a few people that said, you really should only attempt this if you have access via a 4x4 vehicle. And I highly would say that. If you are thinking about going to either of these 3 spots, Castle Rock Badlands, Monument Rock, or Kansas Monument Rock, Little Jerusalem Badlands. These other people that don't mention the roads must have gone when it was really dry and hard packed and no issues at all, because I didn't even care. Like, I could have taken the time to send a drone up to see these things, but I said, you know what? I'm going to probably put a montage up here at some point in time in my vlog of what I should have seen when I was parked on the back side. So what I had to do is I had to turn around. So I turned around and started heading out. But Marion and I found a straighter route that actually was a slightly better dirt road. So I went back down where I came, and instead of going left, I went right, and I just kept on going down, and I hit the one road. It's called Castle Rock Road, dirt road again. And then I had to follow that down probably 10 miles. And then I finally hit the intersection to get on Route 70 and to head on my way. There was a DQ there, and I was so stressed for the day. And you know what they say, stress is just desserts backwards. So I ended up getting myself some DQ, and I got myself one of their blizzards for a dessert and just decompressed, because after that 2 hours of driving, I really just couldn't fathom trying to find or think of anything else to do today. So what I did was I found that right down the road, Route 70, it was about 45 minutes away, was a Walmart. And I looked it up, and it's a Walmart that I can stay at. They have truckers that come stay here, and there's already RVs in the parking lot. So I am at Walmart, decompressing. I made myself a grocery list. I placed an online order. I'm probably not going to eat anything because that hamburger was very filling, and I got it late in the day anyways. I need to find a place to wash my car tomorrow, so that's going to be a priority. And then I'm just going to leave Kansas. I'm going to go to Colorado. There's a couple of places. There seems to be more free camping spots. But today, because I'm not moving, I have my 300-watt solar panels out on my windshield set up. And I'm charging up so that my refrigerator can stay charged. And I get some work done if I feel like working today. my mind is honestly, it's just spent. It was a very, very, very stressful day. I freaked out at one point, but I'm proud to say that I got through it. I was glad I was talking to the phone to Marion because she kind of calmed me down. It's so nice to have friends that travel because they know what you're going through. They know the mindset that you're probably in, and they know what to say and what not to say, and they know how to be able to best help you, to be another set of eyes, to look at a map, to troubleshoot if things are going wrong with your van or your electric. They can be the ones that can bounce these things off of. So here's our awesome Walmart. There's my van. I'm parked out pretty close to the edge. They say come to the south, closest to the hotel. I placed a curbside pickup, which I'm going to walk in and grab. Right now I'm just giving him a little walk to get him a little bit of exercise, stretch his legs. Realities of traveling on the road. Sometimes it's just all about the journey. The journey to get from point A to point B. But I parked in the perfect spot because you can see the sun's going down there, and I'll show you how I have my solar panel set up. So I've been pulling some decent wattage, which has kept my battery up to almost 70% when it was 30% this morning, and then it went up a little bit from driving, and then just sitting here with the panels out has really got some good energy. I'm not so stressed out. The refrigerator and freezer can stay on. I do still have meat and stuff in the freezer section of my refrigerator, so I don't want that stuff going bad. Yeah. Look at this. All caked on. Look at this. It goes all the way up to here. Let's check out the back. I mean, oh my God. Stuff. It is literally like caked on. I cannot believe this. Oh, look at this. Yeah. I'm going to have to do some work on that. Like, this is all... It's like a national monument right there. This side looks like... Is this side just as bad? No, this side's a little better. Does anybody want to buy some dirt?